Hello, here's a lovely exercise that we do at Prohab called a shin box. Now to start this exercise, just sit on the floor with your feet in front of you as May is showing, with your hands just behind your lower back, and then just drop both knees off to one side. Now this position is putting your hips into an internally and externally rotated position, and all you want to do is just open up the outside hip. So if you can just bring that knee of the leg that's in front of you just towards the mat and then up as high as you can. Repeat this for about 5 times, just trying to work not just on opening up the hip but actually strengthening the muscle, in this case on the outside of May's left hip. Once you're confident that you're getting that as far as possible, then you want to actually use that to help lift the other knee up and then go all the way over to the other side. All you do here is repeat the process on the right knee, just lifting that right knee up as high as you can, opening up the hip joint whilst using the muscle on the outside of the hip. Now once you've done this a few times, if you can just do the full movement where you're bringing both knees over to each side, and just repeat this again and again. So just bring it all the way over May on both sides. Now notice May's got her hands down at the back. The closer you bring your hands to your lower back, the more upright your trunk will be, and that makes the exercise more difficult. Notice she's not sliding the feet. It's a common error that people will slide the feet, so you're trying to create the same imaginary footprint each time. If you want more of a challenge, then you can actually bring your hands in front of you, which requires a bit of core stability as well as the hip strength and mobility challenge. It's common when people do this for the first time, when they bring their hands up, that their spine goes into a C shape. So if you can show us a bad form, May, with it. So it's okay to let the spine go into the C shape, but ideally you want to stay as upright as possible as you do the shin box exercise. A full shin box now is to push the hip up off the floor. You use this by driving the outside of the knee and the foot down into the floor, and from this position you can just move the hip around, open up the hip in all planes of movement, and then very slowly bring the hips back down. You're trying to get the left side of the butt cheek down first. That may be impossible for most people, but that is what we're aiming for. And May's now demonstrating the full shin box action. Nice slow control down with the hip, using the knees and the hips to bring over to the other side, pushing through the hip. A little bit of movement at the top, and whatever leg's in front, in this case the left, you're trying to get that left butt cheek down first. This is a considerable internal rotation of the femur, and then over to the other side. Well done, good stuff, mate.